Over the past month and a half, I've had the privilege of taking EM203 at Wilfrid Laurier University. From a high level, this course examines learning in a digital age and explores a variety of theories, tools, and approaches that help people learn. One of the most interesting aspects of the course thus far has been our exploration of learning theories. While we have explored a variety of theories such as behavior, cognitivism, constructivism, and connectivism, I have decided to discuss my interpretation of learning by doing, and not only the context of this course, however, activities and tasks in my personal life. I hope you find this video insightful and learn something new. According to Tony Bates, author of Teaching in a Digital Age, learning by doing is particularly common in teaching motor skills such as learning to ride a bike or playing a sport. But examples can also be found in higher education, such as teaching practice, medical internships, and laboratory studies. In fact, there are several different approaches or terms within this broad heading. However, I'm going to use experimental learning as an umbrella term to cover experimental learning, cooperative learning, adventure learning, and apprenticeship. Experimental learning is described as the active engagement of learners in opportunities to learn by doing and their reflection on those activities, which empowers them to apply their theoretical knowledge to practical endeavors both inside and outside of a classroom. Kolb's experimental learning model suggests 4 stages in this process: active experimentation, concrete experience, reflective observation, and abstract conceptualization. Right now, you're watching me learn how to snowboard. As I learn to snowboard, I follow this process. I actively experiment in something I had never tried before. I gained concrete experience in the activity, and reflected on what I did right and as well as what I can improve on the next time that I go. After reflecting on what you just saw, I thought about switching my learning theory mid-project because I was like, how the heck am I gonna connect such a hands-on, like in-person learning theory to the digital age where you're not actually like with anyone. So then I kept reading because I didn't want to start from scratch. I'd already started, and I saw that it was supported by Bates. So then I was like, oh, okay, this is something that can be done. It's something that's supported and it's been published. So I kept reading even more, and I reflected even more just on the course and on the duration of my online learning experience, which has been 2 years of university and part of my grade 12 high school year. And I definitely do learn by doing in a digital age. Before COVID, I never used Zoom. Before this course, I never used Twitter. Before anything digitally, I had never used any of these things. And it wasn't any of the other learning theories that helped me learn. It was actually downloading Twitter, like tapping on each icon, seeing what each of them do, and continuing to post each week to follow and keep up with the assignment, that I slowly became more comfortable with Twitter. 2 years of Zoom, and by actually doing it and logging in and all this stuff, I learned by doing. And I learned through the practice of actually doing it that now I feel comfortable with Twitter, I feel comfortable with Zoom, and every other thing that we've had to learn because of COVID, and everything we've had to learn because of the digital age. So with respect to this course, with respect to how people learn, I really do think that learning by doing is essential, not only in a classroom, but as you just saw, outside of a classroom. I couldn't pick up a book and suddenly learn how to snowboard. I couldn't read, this is how you snowboard, and learn how to do it. You actually have to learn how to do all of these things by doing them, and by gaining that concrete experience, and by reflecting on what you did and how you can do better and how you can move forward as the digital age continues to progress. And yeah, I can't believe I almost switched theories mid-project, because learning by doing really is the most important one. And I think that is definitely, in general, how most people learn, whether they know it or not. I was learning how to snowboard, and I wasn't even meaning to follow the process or the stages of learning by doing. That's just what people do in their everyday life. And I genuinely, this isn't even scripted, I just thought I'd totally say my opinion on why I think learning by doing is so crucial to the digital age, to inside a classroom and outside of a classroom, because it really It's the most important learning theory. And I hope you learned something from this. I definitely did. I think we all kind of take how we learn for granted because we don't ever really understand or acknowledge that we learn by doing, and we have been ever since we were born. So thank you for watching.